Intertwined Fates. Chapter 1. The Unexpected Encounter. In the heart of Manhattan, where life pulses with an almost electric energy, Ella Thompson's life is a whirlwind of deadlines and coffee breaks. A marketing executive at a top firm, she's always on the move, her schedule packed with meetings, presentations, and late-night brainstorming sessions. Her social life is a blur of networking events, but something crucial is missing: a genuine connection. One evening, while rushing to catch the subway after a particularly grueling day, Ella collides with someone at the turnstile. Papers scatter, and her coffee spills, creating a chaotic scene. Frustrated, she looks up to apologize, only to find herself staring into the warm, hazel eyes of a man with an easy smile. "Sorry about that," he says, his voice a blend of apology and amusement. "It's fine," Ella mutters, trying to gather her scattered papers. The man kneels to help her, and as they pick up the mess, their hands brush. A spark passes between them, surprising both. "I'm Alex, by the way," he says, extending his hand once they've tidied up. "Ella," she replies, shaking his hand, feeling a strange sense of familiarity. They exchange a few more pleasantries before heading in opposite directions, but something about the encounter lingers in her mind as she boards the train. Chapter 2. A Chance. Meeting days later, Ella can't shake the memory of Alex. She wonders if she'll ever see him again, though she knows how unlikely that is in a city of millions. Life moves on, but the encounter stays with her like a song she can't stop humming. One afternoon, while out for lunch with her best friend Maya, Ella spots a familiar face at the cafe. Alex is sitting alone by the window, engrossed in a book. Encouraged by Maya, Ella approaches him. "Is this seat taken?" she asks, a playful smile on her lips. Alex looks up, surprise flickering in his eyes, before it softens into a grin. "Ella, right? Small world." They end up having lunch together, the conversation flowing effortlessly. They talk about everything from favorite books to their love for the city. Alex reveals he's a journalist working for a travel magazine, which often takes him on adventures across the globe. As they part ways, Alex suggests they meet again, perhaps for dinner. Ella agrees, feeling a strange sense of anticipation that she hasn't felt in a long time. Chapter 3. The First Date. Their first official date is at a cozy Italian restaurant in the West Village, a place Alex claims to be one of the city's best-kept secrets. The atmosphere is warm, the lights dim, and the scent of fresh basil fills the air. Ella arrives, nervous but excited. She spots Alex at a corner table, looking effortlessly charming in a casual blazer and jeans. As they settle in, conversation comes easily, their chemistry undeniable. Over plates of pasta and glasses of wine, they share stories of their lives, their ambitions, and their families. Ella finds herself laughing more than she has in months, and Alex is captivated by her wit and intelligence. After dinner, they take a walk through the neighborhood, the evening air crisp and cool. They pause by a small park, where the distant sound of street musicians drifts through the air. Without thinking, Alex takes her hand, and Ella feels that spark again. When they finally part ways, neither can stop smiling. The night feels like the beginning of something special. Chapter 4. The Blossoming Romance. In the weeks that follow, Ella and Alex's relationship flourishes. They explore the city together, discovering hidden gems and sharing new experiences. From late-night jazz clubs in Harlem to quiet afternoons in the Met, every moment is filled with excitement and joy. Ella introduces Alex to her world of high-paced marketing and corporate challenges, while Alex takes her on spontaneous weekend trips to nearby towns, where they explore quaint bookstores and coffee shops. Their connection deepens as they learn more about each other's pasts. Ella shares stories of her childhood in a small town upstate, her struggles to make it in the big city, and the heartbreaks that have shaped her. Alex opens up about his own journey, his love for storytelling, and the adventures that have taken him to the far corners of the world. They find comfort in each other's company, a sense of belonging that neither has felt in a long time. But as their love grows, so do the challenges. Chapter 5: The First Conflict. No relationship is without its hurdles, and Ella and Alex's first major argument comes out of nowhere. It starts with a minor disagreement over their plans for the weekend, but quickly escalates as underlying insecurities bubble to the surface. Alex's job demands more of his time, with an unexpected assignment requiring him to travel to Europe for several weeks. Ella, who's been working hard to make time for their relationship, feels hurt and sidelined. They argue, voices raised, as they both struggle to balance their individual ambitions with their growing love for each other. It's a clash of passions, with Ella feeling like she's not a priority, and Alex trying to explain the pressures of his career. The argument ends unresolved, leaving a tension between them that neither knows how to break. For the first time, doubts begin to creep into their minds. Chapter 6: The Long Distance. Alex leaves for Europe, and the distance puts a strain on their relationship. They try to stay connected through calls and messages, but the time difference and their busy schedules make it difficult. Ella misses him terribly, but tries to focus on her work, throwing herself into new projects to distract from the loneliness. Alex, too, is consumed by his assignment, though he finds himself thinking of Ella constantly. Despite their efforts, the distance takes its toll. Misunderstandings arise, and they find themselves arguing more often than not. The spark that once brought them together feels dimmed by the miles between them. But even in the midst of the struggles, there are moments of tenderness. Alex sends her a surprise delivery of her favorite flowers with a note that simply reads, "Thinking of you." Ella, in turn, surprises him with a care package filled with snacks and mementos from home. These gestures remind them of what they're fighting for, but they also highlight the challenges of maintaining a relationship across continents. Chapter 7: The Reunion. After weeks apart, Alex finally returns to New York. They meet at the airport, and the moment they see each other, all the tension melts away. Ella runs into his arms, and they hold each other tightly, not wanting to let go. Their reunion is bittersweet, filled with relief, but also the weight of everything they've been through. They spend the weekend together, reconnecting and rediscovering the joy of simply being in each other's presence. They talk about their struggles, their fears, and their hopes for the future. It's a difficult conversation, but it brings them closer as they realize how much they mean to each other. Ella and Alex make a promise to be more open with their feelings and to make their relationship a priority, no matter what life throws at them. The reunion strengthens their bond, but they both know that the real challenges are still ahead. Chapter 8: The New Challenge. Just as things seem to be settling down, Alex receives an offer that could change everything. a major news outlet is interested in his work and wants to offer him a permanent position as a correspondent. The catch? The job is based in London. The offer is everything Alex has ever dreamed of, but it also threatens to pull him away from Ella just as they've found their footing again. Torn between his love for her and his career ambitions, Alex is faced with an impossible choice. Ella, too, is conflicted. She wants to support Alex and his dreams, but the thought of him moving across the ocean is heart-wrenching. She's finally found someone she can see a future with, but now that future feels uncertain. They discuss the offer endlessly, weighing the pros and cons, but no decision seems right. It's a turning point in their relationship, one that will define their path forward. Chapter 9. The Crossroads. As the deadline for Alex's decision looms, the tension between him and Ella grows. They both know that whatever choice is made will change everything, and the pressure is immense. Ella starts to pull back, afraid of getting hurt. She throws herself into her work, avoiding conversations about the future. Alex, on the other hand, becomes increasingly frustrated, feeling like he's being forced to choose between his career and the woman he loves. The strain becomes too much, and one night, after another argument, they decide to take a break. It's a painful decision, but they both need time to figure out what they really want. For the first time since they met, they're both alone, left to grapple with their feelings and the uncertainty of what comes next. Chapter 10. The Self-Discovery. During their time apart, Ella and Alex both go through a period of self-reflection. Ella realizes that she's been so focused on her career and her relationship that she's lost sight of her own needs and desires. She takes time to reconnect with herself, pursuing hobbies she had set aside and spending time with friends she hadn't seen in a while. Alex, meanwhile, immerses himself in his work, trying to distract himself from the pain of their separation. But no matter how much he tries, he can't stop thinking about Ella. He starts to question what really matters to him, his career or the life he wants to build with her. As they both navigate this period of self-discovery, they come to realize that their love is worth fighting for. Chapter 11. Rekindling the Flame. After weeks of soul-searching, Alex and Ella realize they need to talk. Alex reaches out first, suggesting they meet at the park, where they had their first real conversation. Ella agrees, her heart pounding with anticipation and nervousness. When they meet, the awkwardness is palpable, but as they sit together on the park bench, the familiar warmth between them begins to thaw the ice. They speak honestly about their fears and doubts, the pain of their separation, and their realizations. Alex tells Ella about his struggle with the job offer and how he's come to understand that while his career is important, it isn't worth losing her. Ella shares how much she's missed him and how she's come to appreciate the importance of balance in her life. They decide to start fresh with a renewed commitment to each other. Alex turns down the London job, opting instead to pursue opportunities that allow him to stay in New York. Ella, too, promises to be more open and supportive, understanding the demands of his work. Their relationship is still fragile, but both are determined to make it work, knowing that their love is something rare and worth preserving. Chapter 12. Moving in together. As the months pass, Ella and Alex's relationship continues to grow stronger. they've learned to navigate the challenges that once threatened to tear them apart, and their bond deepens with each passing day. One evening, while enjoying a quiet night in at Alex's apartment, he surprises Ella with a question that takes her breath away. What would you think about moving in together? Ella is initially taken aback, but as she looks around his apartment, a place that has started to feel like home to her, she realizes that she's already spent more time here than at her own place. The thought of waking up next to Alex every morning fills her with a warmth she hadn't known she craved. She says yes, and within weeks, they're packing up her apartment and merging their lives in Alex's place. The transition isn't without its hiccups. Learning each other's habits and quirks takes time, but they tackle each challenge with patience and understanding. Their home becomes a sanctuary, a place where they can escape the pressures of the outside world and simply be together. It's a new chapter in their relationship, one that brings them closer than ever before. Chapter 13. The Engagement. Time flies as Ella and Alex settle into their life together. Their love is stronger than ever, and they've created a life that balances their individual passions with their shared dreams. One summer evening, after a day spent exploring the city, Alex takes Ella to the rooftop of their building. The sky is painted in shades of pink and orange as the sun sets, casting a golden glow over the city. As they admire the view, Alex turns to Ella, his heart pounding. He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a small velvet box. Ella's breath catches as he opens it to reveal a delicate diamond ring. Ella, I've known from the moment we met that you were someone special. You've brought so much joy and love into my life, and I can't imagine a future without you. Will you marry me? Tears fill Ella's eyes as she nods, unable to find the words. She throws her arms around him, whispering a heartfelt yes as they embrace. The moment is perfect, a culmination of everything they've been through and everything they have yet to experience together. Chapter 14. The Wedding Plans. With their engagement official, Ella and Alex dive into wedding planning. It's an exciting but hectic time as they juggle their busy careers with the myriad of decisions that come with organizing a wedding. They decide on a small, intimate ceremony with close family and friends, opting for a venue just outside the city that offers a stunning view of the countryside. As they work through the details, choosing flowers, tasting cakes, and picking out music, they find joy in the process, knowing that each decision brings them closer to their special day. The wedding planning also brings them closer as a couple. They learn to compromise and communicate, working through disagreements with patience and love. The experience strengthens their bond and gives them a glimpse of the life they're building together. Chapter 15. The Unexpected Twist. As the wedding date approaches, life throws Ella and Alex an unexpected curveball. Ella receives an offer from a prestigious company in San Francisco, a dream job that she never thought she'd have the chance to pursue. The offer comes at a time when everything seems perfect, and it shakes the foundation of their plans. Ella is torn between the opportunity of a lifetime and the life she's building with Alex. She knows that taking the job would mean leaving New York and starting over in a new city, away from the man she loves. Alex, too, is conflicted. He wants to support Ella's dreams, but the thought of her moving across the country fills him with dread. They've worked so hard to build their life together, and now it feels like everything is being put at risk. They spend countless nights discussing the possibilities, weighing the pros and cons. It's a painful and difficult decision, one that forces them to confront their deepest fears and desires. Chapter 16: The Decision. After much soul-searching, Ella makes a decision that surprises even herself. She turns down the job offer, choosing instead to stay in New York and build her life with Alex. It's not an easy choice, but she realizes that her love for Alex and the life they've created together means more to her than any job. Alex is deeply touched by her decision, and he promises to support her in finding new opportunities that allow her to pursue her career while staying in the city. They both know that the decision could have gone either way, but they feel a renewed sense of commitment to each other and their future. The experience brings them even closer, reinforcing their belief that love is about making sacrifices and supporting each other's dreams. They move forward with their wedding plans, more certain than ever that they're meant to be together. Chapter 17: The Wedding Day. The day of the wedding arrives, and it's everything Ella and Alex had dreamed it would be. The weather is perfect, the venue is breathtaking, and their closest family and friends are there to celebrate with them. Ella walks down the aisle, her heart pounding with excitement and love as she sees Alex waiting for her at the altar. He looks at her with a gaze that speaks of all the love, challenges, and joys they've shared. The ceremony is simple yet deeply meaningful, filled with personal vows that reflect the journey they've taken together. As they exchange rings and say, "I do," they both feel an overwhelming sense of gratitude for finding each other in this vast, unpredictable world. The reception is a joyful celebration, filled with laughter, dancing, and heartfelt toasts. Ella and Alex are surrounded by the people they love most, and as they share their first dance as husband and wife, they feel a sense of contentment and happiness that words can't fully capture. Chapter 18: The Honeymoon. Ella and Alex embark on a honeymoon to Italy, a country they've both dreamed of visiting. They spend their days exploring the romantic streets of Venice, the rolling hills of Tuscany, and the historic landmarks of Rome. The trip is a chance for them to unwind and reflect on the whirlwind of events that led them to this point. They savor every moment, knowing that this is the beginning of a new chapter in their lives. As they wander through ancient ruins and sip wine in cozy cafes, they talk about their future, their hopes, and their dreams. They make plans for the life they want to build together, filled with travel, adventure, and a family of their own. Chapter 19: Building a Life Together. Returning to New York, Ella and Alex settle into married life with a sense of purpose and excitement. They move into a new apartment, a space they've chosen together that feels like the perfect home for their future. Ella finds new opportunities in her career, and Alex continues to thrive as a journalist, their careers complementing their shared life. They support each other's ambitions, but they also make time for the simple pleasures: cooking dinner together, taking weekend trips, and enjoying quiet nights at home. They talk about starting a family, and while they're both nervous about the future, they know they can face anything together. Their love has been tested, but it's also grown stronger, and they feel ready for whatever life brings. Chapter 20. A New Beginning. A year after their wedding, Ella and Alex receive the news they've been hoping for. They're expecting their first child. The news fills them with joy and anticipation, and they begin preparing for the next big adventure in their lives. As they navigate the challenges and excitement of pregnancy, they find themselves reflecting on the journey that brought them here. From their unexpected encounter in the subway to the life they're building together, it's been a journey of love, growth, and discovery. The arrival of their child marks a new beginning, a chapter filled with the unknown, but also with endless possibilities. Ella and Alex know that the road ahead won't always be easy, but they also know that they'll face it together, hand in hand. Their story is one of intertwined fates, where love, sacrifice, and resilience have brought them to this moment. And as they look toward the future, they know that their love will continue to guide them no matter where life takes them. The end.